Hello fellow academics and welcome back to our monstrosity of a build. I'm still quite enjoying this, having to plan vertically instead of just spreading out. Definitely a new challenge, definitely harder to keep track of what is built where and what you can still build anywhere. So it's been a lot of fun, for me at least so far. I hope you guys are enjoying it as well. Alright, regardless, we're still in the process of getting 13 of our beavers a home to actually sleep in. The biggest challenge is just getting the logs, but our logs are slowly coming in. Overall, our Earth Repopulator is now lacking 150 planks, so not that many anymore, and we're now creating an overabundance of bots that I'm slowly adding to our hauling post. What's wrong with you? I don't know what happened. Right. For our treated planks, we at the moment have two competing interests. One is obviously our treated plank manufacturer, and the other one is this additional large tank that I've built over here. Because in the last episode, we were running a little bit low overall on water supply, so I figured putting in another water tank might not be a bad idea. And they are building it, even though it's very slowly. But I'm hoping that before the drought hits, we'll actually be able to put these in. We also decided to extend our water storage area over here, and they've now finished putting all the dynamite in. So let's explode it. A bit more water storage over here for our trees, which I think they will very much appreciate. Well, maybe. So overall, pretty happy about that. Okay, what else do we really need to do? Ultimately, it's a bit more of a waiting game right now. Because yes, I could change our supply chain, add some other buildings in here, but it all comes down to not having enough logs. And I think I talked about this the last time, but in the future, expanding your log production early, I think is kind of the way to go. I'm now going to delete that bad water pumper that we have paused over here last time, because 3 of them is definitely enough to fill up and keep up our medium tank, especially now that we have switched our efficient mine into regular scrap metal production rather than the efficient one. We might change this around again if we... Why do we have so much bad water? So this stores 300. Do I have a bad water tank somewhere? I do have another bad water tank under here. Huh. I had completely forgotten. But I think one of the reasons why our extract is a little bit slow, they actually need logs for their productivity, which I'm not entirely sure why. I wish you could just swap this out to just run with electricity rather than needing additional logs, but not that it really matters. Electricity-wise, we're doing plenty, so nothing to worry about there. These additional wheels up here definitely helped us keep everything moving. All right, during the drought, we're going to lose these two. So that's 1,500, 1,600 less. But we might be slightly under. But in all honesty, nothing really to worry about. All right, these trees should also be almost done now. 95%, 5% of 30 is 1.5 days. So as the as the drought starts, our trees will grow up. But once they're grown up, we have 2 bots over here ready to jump into action for chopping them down. And these over here will take actually a little bit longer, even though we also have 2 bots just sitting around there. Could hyper optimize it. Again, don't think that is quite necessary. Let's have another look at our Earth Repopulator. 93 treated planks left. So very soon we'll actually be done. How much pine resin? 83. You have 50. I guess they're all going in here to grab it. Makes me still think... Actually, none of these pine trees have resin in there. You're really quick, man. As soon as they are done, he just runs out and starts tapping them. See? Almost done. Next one is already ready. Running out there. Next one's gonna pop up. Yep, right there. Pretty cool. I wonder if they ever introduced a little bit of variation in this, because I think that would make sense. Would also make things a little bit more tricky to plan in advance. Like, on average it takes 7 days, but like ±1. So it's a bit of a gamble. Sometimes it grows up a day earlier or things like this. That could be a kind of cool mechanic. A bit annoying as well, in all honesty. But overall, I want to say, kind of cool. I also just noticed we can put one more oak tree here and one more here. Not that we really need to do that, but I guess why not, since we can. Let's have another look at our Earth Repopulator. 59 to go. We're definitely in the last parts of building it. Although it looks like it's only one of my builders that is currently working on it, which is probably still just a lack of treated planks. So yeah, water tank is in. Water tank is almost full already. I appreciate that. We could also expand our water tank one more. Because again, during a regular season, would probably be good to just fill all of that up. And then in the drought, we don't need to worry too much about this running out. Do have an okay amount of planks, not a lot. So I'm not gonna high prioritize this additional water storage area. But I'm already gonna place it in. They will fill it up with all of the rest and planks. We can see how we actually need it. 38 to go. It's almost like a New Year's countdown, although nobody counts from 38 down, I guess. But we're getting really close, which is quite exciting. Guess we could just watch the Motivatorium show. Nobody is watching it at night. Chop down everything, build all the houses, put some berry bushes down. Wonder why they're actually chopping down the berry bushes so early on. I kind of like the design over there. It's like one of the tall, skinny ones, followed by a regular one. So something we could consider for the next episode, right? It could look actually really nice. Right, drought has started. Look at the power supply. Actually, just above. Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it. But yeah, we're okay. 27 days. I think we'll survive. Yeah, we have 5.4 thousand water in there. They've actually finished building this. Cool. We have one more bot that's unemployed. So let's increase it over here. 6 treated planks left. Come on. 5. 4. This is a really slow countdown. 3. 2. Come on. 1. And come on. 2,000. All the material is in. Look at them joining in and building it all together. So many of them. I guess all of our builders from the builder hut decided to that it's time to just, you know, knock this out of the park. But it is a very slow process. I wish they would have built some of it, not just let it fill up and then build the last 11% in one go. Anyways, you know what? Let me just quickly fast forward as we're watching at least our bots work through the night to get this done. And once they are done, I'll be right back. All right, we're at the last percent. So that is quite exciting. Kind of time to have another brief look around. I still love this pool up in the sky. We could have built more trees around there. Ooh, look at that. It is done. It is ready. It needs a ton of treated planks. Of course it does. And a ton of berries. So, you know what? Let's assign some bots to it. Reduce this by 5. There we go. Wait, why 5? This should be reduced by 8 technically. But this will do. Now we have 2 missing bots in the mine. Overall, that will be okay. They're bringing in the berries. They're slowly bringing in the treated planks. Makes me think I want another treated plank factory. Smelter gone. And treated wood workshop in. Highest priority. Set you to be run by a robot. Because, yeah, treated planks are gone again. They're just slowly populating this. Alright. As they're wrapping all of this up, let's have a look around. As I was saying, I love that floating pool. We could have, or maybe should have, put more of the trees around there to kind of give it a bit more privacy. But overall, the view is actually not that great. Also, don't forget, we do have this mud bath down here. I know it's only one, but you know, it does its job, so I'm not too upset about it. This was more of a functional build rather than a happiness build. Maybe next time we'll do another happiness build. Just make sure that our regular beavers don't have to work at all. We still have 56 of them working all day long, whereas 58 are just sat around. I hope you guys are splitting the workload, you know, it's like day on, day off kind of thing, or at least week on, week off. Not every day exercising, swimming, and, you know, watching movies for some, whereas the others need to work their tails off. Let's go with work their tails off. All right. Yep, 117 of those treated planks, so that still takes some time. I also think it would have been nice to have the tubeway station in a bit more organized fashion. And I do have an idea for something for a future playthrough, but I think I'm gonna save that for the diorama map, where all of this should be a lot more organized and hopefully, you know, make a little bit more sense. But yeah, we'll see about that. Right, otherwise, it's actually not too bad, to be honest. Again, it turned into a bit of a monster by initially starting to just build upwards and then starting to build outwards instead of upwards. We could have focused on more upwards, but then again, technically nothing to worry about. We could have easily planted more things around on the ground, around our baseline. We've also tried to use one building as a base and then build everything on top from there, like completely minimizing the amount of space that is being used on the ground. But you know, future. Look how many logs we have right now. Now that we're kind of, well, not sorted everything, but that everything is coming a bit more into balance. Yeah, ton of logs, so it's okay. Just wish we would have built the extra forestry areas a little bit sooner. Alright, still 324 to go. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna let you guys watch our beavers swim and take showers, and then I'll be right back. And I am back. There are a couple of things that I've changed around because we're just lacking berries. For one, I expanded this over here. I was thinking of turning this into pine trees to get some more resin, but we were overall good, so I replaced it with berry bushes. However, I did that too late, so I don't think it's better. With an increase of bot population, I also went ahead and replaced some of our farmers as well as some of our wood pumpers, log pumpers. Yep. With bots as well. And because we had started to accumulate quite a bit of extract, I turned this back into the efficient scrap metal recipe instead of the regular one, which overall, you know, not necessarily, not necessary, but overall, I guess why not? So let's actually just replace all of them with bots because we don't need 10 of them in the mine. So all of this is done now. We could keep replacing more and more of our beavers, but don't think it's quite necessary. We are, however, still 76 berries short. So as they are regrowing in here. Little baby beaver homeless. How heartless are those adults? Poor guy. Sorry about that. As I was saying... What was I saying? Yeah. We don't really have much to do. We're just waiting for berries. Let me remove this and replace it with a... I can't actually replace it with a staircase. I was thinking of moving all of this up here, but that actually won't quite work. So let's put it back in. Could have figured that out before I removed it. But, you know, no harm done. Now they can build that again. We do have... Oh, look at that. No homeless beavers anymore. Alright, problem solved because two beavers died. Cool. I guess. Sorry to hear, but, you know, don't want our baby beavers to be homeless. And yes, we are still producing some baby beavers because we never fully replaced these. Not these. The regular ones, which are somewhere hidden in there. Can't select it from up here, but I know they're in there somewhere. The regular breeding pods with the advanced ones. Regardless, we're again just waiting for berries, so I'm gonna shut up and I'll be right back. All right, and I am back, and we're good for launch. So I guess we're ready. I think we're ready. So let's do it. Launch. And that was it. To be honest, I prefer the ending of the folktales, but still kind of cool. Flexible start unlocked, wonder completed Iron Teeth. Well, 565 days, almost the same amount of beavers, a ton of water consumed, crazy, and a ton of dynamite, but not as much as I expected. Still about 50,000 trees that were cut down, so that's, I guess, good to know. Don't know how that would translate, to be honest, but maybe we can do some math at some point and figure it out. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you in the next season. Bye-bye.